you will die like a dog. The lowest unemployment in European Union is Poland. The highest GDP after COVID, Poland. One of the lowest debts, Poland.
This is Dominic, a member of the European Parliament from Poland, the country that just approved a new measure to shoot and kill anyone that tries to illegally enter their border.
Unfortunately, one of our soldiers was killed with a spear. Because they behave like animals, unfortunately. They don't behave like civilians. Was killed with a spear. Behave like animals, unfortunately. They don't behave like civilized people. We are the ones with this border. So we are protecting the whole Europe.
But Poland's strict border control and refusal to take in refugees from non-neighboring countries like Syria and Afghanistan has caused the EU to propose a €22,000 fine for each person Poland refuses to take in, and guys like Dominic to be labeled Islamophobic and fascist.
And Jean-Claude Juncker, the Commission President, says that you're racist. You sound proud of the fact that you haven't taken any refugees.
Of course, because this is what our people are expecting from our government. That's number one. This is why Poland is so safe. I don't care. I care about my family and about...
I think he's fining the government, no? I think he's fining the opposing government. Is that what he's doing?
Giga chat.
Guys, it just says no. I don't think he's fining the people that are going across. Like what?
My country. When I see the wall, I do understand that this is for my future children.
Does Poland's strict border policy work? Is Poland significantly safer than the rest of Europe because of it? And do the people of Poland want open borders?
Poland are racist. We are proud of it.
He's fining Poland.
I don't really want any immigrants in my country, you know? Thank you, man.
Before meeting with Dominique, I headed to the capital of Poland, Warsaw, to see what the locals thought of Poland's border and their border patrol now being able to kill migrants illegally trying to enter their country.
At university, what are a lot of the students' thoughts on, shooting down illegal immigrants who come through the border?
I've never heard about it.
Okay.
But yeah, okay.
It is bad because I don't see any purpose to use a gun for the person. First of all, we need to talk. We need to identify the intention of the other person.
Oh my god, that's like a tough question.
It's a crazy question, right?
Yeah, but to be honest, I'm not sure how they're controlling the borders, but I saw a lot of refugees in the Centrum here.
There are a lot of immigrants all around Europe, and sometimes it can be dangerous for the Europeans.
What are your thoughts on if you came here illegally? What should be done?
Yeah. I mean, this guy's odd these days. His videos. I enjoy the videos, but
I guess I should go.
Dude, this guy's
just radicalized. Safe here in Poland as a woman?
Yeah, very much.
It's biased and stupid
safer
reporting.
Here in Poland as a woman than you do in India?
Yeah, it's more safe.
Yeah,
it's more safe. A lot safe.
You can walk, go to work at night, and nobody cares, and nobody's threatening you.
It's not very safe.
No?
We cross from the main streets.
Yeah.
I really feel not very safe because there are some strange people.
Here?
Yes.
Yeah, like men in general?
Oh, some sick people.
Okay.
They frighten me.
Who should the border keep out? Who should it let in Poland?
Nice people, kind, and with good heart.
Okay. Do you think having a more strict stance on the border keeps Poland safer, or?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I know that many people have that opinion.
Okay.
I want to believe that it doesn't really matter from which country you're coming.
Okay.
If you apply to the culture, it's gonna be fine.
Safety has nothing to do with the border.
Okay, nothing?
Nothing.
What are your thoughts on immigration in Poland?
Я сам являюсь политическим иммигрантом, и поэтому не мне отвечать на этот вопрос. Я пока не сталкивался с какими-то негативными проявлениями в свой адрес.
Why did you come from Belarus to Poland?
Fair enough.
Я политический активист, и обратной дороги в Беларусь мне на данный момент нет.
How was your experience going through the Belarusian-Polish border?
У меня чуть другой маршрут. Я прилетел из Грузии. Я жил в Тбилиси некоторое время. Поэтому в моем случае без экстрима обошлось.
Я считаю, что здесь женщине безопасно. И заниматься бизнесом тоже очень хорошо.
What are your thoughts on their stance on illegal immigration and the idea that they'll kill you if you try to illegally enter through the border?
Я считаю, по международному праву все страны защищают свою территорию. Но это на законодательном уровне. Никто из хозяев, ну, если есть граница существует, должны соблюдаться, ну, законные вот эти данные. Поэтому, ну, если ты нелегально пересечаешь, ты территориальную целостность защищаешь. Считаю, что государство вправе применять оружие для защиты своей территории. Если ты бежишь от войны, пожалуйста, регистрируйся, получай документы, работай. Мне кажется, страна очень комфортная для жизни и, по-моему, очень толерантно относится ко всем беженцам. Я бежала от войны, и тем не менее за 2 года мы тоже здесь и открыли бизнес, и работаем.
It's not based on pure logic, brother. Like, brother, there's a bunch of crimes that you could do that don't warrant you getting shot at.
Мы платим налоги.
What are your thoughts on the border here in Poland?
If somebody does a crime, they just shoot at him.
Fine. It's really fine. Yeah, it's no problem with service.
Was it easy to get here from Ukraine?
Yeah, really easy. Few hours
and you fled for political asylum? Or you work here? Why did you come?
I work.
I believe like in most Poland, especially like the eastern part in Warsaw, we're like fully open.
Yo. Is this shit like radicalized? Like, are you guys following your fucking head? Like, if some guy walks into your fucking car while you turned your back around, you don't fucking pull out a gun and shoot him in the back of the head. Like, what the fuck?
For everybody who wants to come here in every purpose. A lot of people lost their houses, lost the safety in their life.
Yeah.
So I do not see any problem with that. In my opinion, I don't have any problem with that.
Even illegally?
You know what? In my opinion, it is like hard to be illegally at this moment because you have to cross the border. I think this is not like the main spectrum of a problem. Most of them want to be here legally because they want to have a work.
So if they come to
Poland,
this guy's from a country that's not a neighboring country to Poland, should they be allowed to come in here and be a refugee?
Yes, sure, because
I mean, this guy took one too many fucking libtard pills. Sorry, it is what it is.
We need a help for our neighbor.
What are your thoughts on illegal immigration?
Extreme views.
I think the crime rate is going much higher so far.
So what about like Syrian refugees, like Afghanistan refugees, Eritrea? Are they close enough to be considered neighbors?
Well, he's describing people entering illegally, and this guy says, well, they want to be illegal and do all that while entering illegally. That makes no. What a paradox.
Or should they go to the neighboring country?
They're not like, of course, geographically they're not our neighbors, but if they looking for a safe place, they want to be here legally, they want to have a work, they want to build a new life. I don't see a problem with that.
Have you heard about the Belarusian-Polish hybrid war, they call it?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
Of course, this is not correct. I mean, to allow or to bring people from outside just to push them in.
Sure.
In
I didn't misunderstand.
Before heading to the Poland-Belarus border to see what Poland says is a hybrid warfare at play where Russia is sending migrants from China and Africa into Poland for them to then enter the rest of the EU and then financially and socially destabilize the rest of Europe. I met up with Dominique, member of the European Parliament and Poland's Law and Justice Party. Is this man a racist, alt-right Islamophobe as the mainstream media and leftist detractors call him? I want to ask him, how does Poland's new border wall work? Can any refugees come in? What is the
Chat, in his last video, chat, this guy was labeling a bunch of shit as one thing when it was factually not correct. So it's kind of hard to take him for face value when he says, these guys are doing this and this other. I'm not sorry.
This hybrid
war,
I'm on the defensive. How does their border control differ from other EU countries? And more importantly, does it work?
And I'm very happy that we are on the street, not in the studio. Yeah. You can see and everyone can see
Japan.
Yeah, the difference. It's beautiful.
Would this look different in Paris, London, anywhere in Germany? What are your thoughts?
I think the easiest way to answer it is Eurostat is the most important when it comes to the data.
Okay.
The safest country in Europe, Poland. The lowest unemployment.
Oh, this guy was like Eddie low-key.
Crimes, Poland. So if you ask me about any data, we are leaders. Okay. And that is the fact. It's not my political opinion. Yeah. When I quote this in European Parliament, they were very unhappy.
Also, if you want to support our boots on the ground, independent journalism that is not bought and paid for by corporate interests, along with
on migration, started in 2015 when Germany started this madness. In 2018, I said quite famous words: zero illegal migration in Warsaw, in every single Polish city. We don't want any illegals. Then they called me Islamophobe. If someone is from...
am I wrong saying this as a flat statement, as for, if you take it for what it is, that should be everywhere in the world. Every single person, every single country should have this as a stance. Because what does it say about your justice system? What does it say about your laws when you say, oh, we're okay with this crime being committed, one of the worst ones. These ones we don't really care that much.
We don't want any illegals.
No, that sounds insane.
Then they called me Islamophobe. If someone is from China, if someone is from India, or someone is, it doesn't matter who he is, what he believes in. If he's illegal, we do not want that. The difference between refugee and a migrant, especially illegal migrant, is very, very, very clear. The refugee is the person who flee from the country of conflict to the first safe country. I didn't know that Syria is bordering country with Poland.
It's not.
It's not.
Okay.
To the first safe country. That is why we took over 2 million Ukrainians. Legal.
Because you are contiguous, you guys border.
That's right. That's right.
In the case of Syria, Afghanistan, Eritrea, that is not the case.
They are not refugees. I'm trying to repeat it every single time. If you want to come, you can come. Submit your documents, ask for a visa, stay here for 6 or 10 months, pay taxes, contribute to the society, then you're welcome. Why not? We are not North Korea.
Sure. Why are Syrian, Afghanistan refugees coming to Poland and not
migrants?
UAE.
Why Qatar did not react? Why
aren't they going to Qatar?
Very rich Arab country.
Okay.
Where is Qatar? I'm trying to ask this question for years now, and I cannot find any answers because we've been told that this is a global problem, so there is a need for a global solidarity. So there is no global solidarity.
Sure.
Like Qatar is the great example. Our soldier was killed with a spear by the illegal.
Terrible.
So that would happen on the streets if we would let them in. They started this madness by Willkommenpolitik.
Okay.
That was the politic, welcoming illegals because they were hoping for cheap labor. Okay. They found out that those who came illegally, they don't want to work. They don't want to work, but there's much more crimes.
Sure.
So they said, okay, let's spread them around. Let's say that this is our responsibility and European solidarity, and then we're gonna get rid of this problem. So in European Union, they started the thing they called quota system.
Okay.
Each country should take migrants. They called refugees. That's how they call them. They says you're gonna pay like 22,000 euros per person if you will not take them in.
And you guys said, no, we are not doing that.
Of course not.
What were the consequences to that old action, I suppose?
They tried to force us to take illegals. We said, no, it's better to pay. It's better to have frozen assets, whatever, rather than risk our own life.
Okay.
And look at the streets now.
Do a pan?
There you go.
Has Poland always been this way, Dominic?
This is what is needed to understand why we cherish our freedom so much.
All right.
Because of Russia, because of Germany. Historically, Poland did not exist for 123 years.
Chap, if you're like a war refugee and you go to another country, but it's not border to border, right? It's one that you chose, let's say, right? And you went to a boat to get there or something like that, right? What does the country do? Can they still deny them? Can they say fuck that?
Gain our independence back in 1918. So after that, after 1918, we had a little bit of freedom. But then in 1939,
then that's fine,
Germany and Russia attacked.
Both fronts?
Both. And we had this terrible communism in Poland for 70 years. That's why I hate Putin. I hate him because he's trying to go back to the Soviet Union era. The way he behaved, the way Russia behaved is unpredictable. 123 years.
Police?
Finally, we have an MP with a great English.
There we go. When did this hybrid war begin? Is this an act of Russia trying to antagonize?
Of course. It's because when you go through the papers, you see that the guys who came to Belarus are with the Russian visas.
Okay.
So we know that by the fact, it's not an opinion.
I see.
So the whole process of traveling is organized by Russia. And because of the green border with Belarus, they are able to come to Belarus and attack our borders. So it's organized by Russia, of course. And they want to destabilize Poland and other countries because the whole thing is not only about Poland, Hungary, Italy, and others. In this part of Europe, we know that Russia is responsible.
And when you push back against the Muslim refugees, illegal immigrants, whoever they were, why did they call you an Islamophobe? What happened there?
First of all, it's not true.
Okay.
One of my closest friends is from Syria.
Come on, bro.
He came here legally. He started his company. He paid taxes. He's been here for many years. And we are
really,
very close
dude?
friends. He's from
the
Syria.
first,
He says,
the first
never,
argument.
Ever let them come in. Oh, of course, they call us racist, they call us Islamophobes. It's not true. They try to tell us that
it's the black friend classic.
Engineers will come, that our society.
Sure.
It's all bull.
Do you need doctors?
Of course not. I mean, but we need doctors, not doctors, right?
Do you need their doctors?
No, thank you. Take them. I want Poland to be like this. Look.
Now, is most of the Polish government in agreement with your stances on this? Is
this phrase, be like Poland, because of decisions which were made by our government. Yes, yes. Dzień dobry.
Dużo sukcesów.
Dziękuję bardzo.
Dobrą robotę pan robi.
Dziękuję.
Dominic, you're loved far and wide here, it seems. It's like this message is resonating with a lot of the public.
And you have to remember that this is a very liberal city.
Sure. Are you a big fan of them?
Yeah.
Amazing. Tell me about the live bullets, the fact that you can now kill illegal immigrants trying to enter the border.
I love it. If you are trying to commit a crime on the Polish soil, you might be dead. We do not know if you're a refugee, a migrant, or a terrorist. That's why after our soldier was killed, our parliament passed a law that we can use live bullets to protect our nation. We heard that it appeared, but there is no such a zombie cities like San Francisco.
Surely there's some sort of
you know what?
Protocol or
because
you know?
we are protecting our border.
Okay.
That's the way they trying to smuggle it into the country. Any illegal activity is always connected to the drugs or guns. But drugs is a very good business. So it's not only about having illegals, it's also about security and anti-drugs war. So we are winning at the moment. You can see how happy people are.
Putin toilet paper.
How safe they feel, you can tell. It's just beautiful. You can't see this kind of thing in Europe anymore.
When do you think the rest of Europe lost this?
When they decided to be politically correct. It started with the leftists. This is what they want. They want diversity. What kind of diversity? With a knife and a rifle? Is this diversity?
Beautiful.
You do not see soldiers with the rifles as you see in London or in France. There's no need. We are not racist. We are not Islamophobes. We are logical.
Chat, this guy I feel like was like halfway to the point and then he kind of falls flat.
Cool. So I think it's very important to have this discussion, our discussion, while eating.
I'll back and validate that, yeah, no illegals, sure, whatever, right? But if most of these countries are fucking intaking like actual war refugees, whatever, people that are entering legally, it's a different problem. To label the same, that problem, or that he thinks is a problem with illegal immigrants is just brain dead. Like what?
Okay.
I tell you why.
Why?
Because it's so peaceful. Can you show around?
Beautiful.
How
what's this thing? Question mark.
You don't feel any stress. You do not feel any anxiety. You don't feel threatened by anyone. You don't have anyone coming to your table and asking for money or whatever.
Yo, are these EU countries intaking illegal immigrants or legal ones? It seems to me they're taking legal ones. What?
You just sit, relaxing, have a nice beer, and then you have beautiful pierogies. This is what I love about Poland. That's
why.
Do
you guys have homeless people here?
Well, every country has homeless, but can you see any?
Why are the women so beautiful here?
What about men? Hello.
No offense to the guys.
No. Poland is the last stronghold of normality in Europe and in.
Brother, you guys say both, bro. It's ironic. You use an American motherfucker. What are you talking about? Bro, you act like it's something that they want, that they're open arms about. They probably don't like it. I don't think anybody likes it. Like, illegals are never a good thing. What?
In the world, in many, many ways. Come and visit.
And you made sure I wasn't a Russian propaganda asset, right?
I hope you're not. You would be killed.
All right.
The whole process of replacement is just a fact, by the numbers. It's not my political opinion. By the numbers, we are in a very, very bad situation. And listen to me, I do understand that you will have maybe someone who will translate it into Arabic or any other. Do not come to the Polish border.
What will happen if you do and you try to enter illegally?
You might be killed. If you will come here illegally, you will try to harm any of our soldiers, you will be killed. Cheers.
Cheers to pierogies, to Poland, and
come. I'm telling you.
DUM on
This
stream?
is the only interview in my whole career when I let someone record me while I'm eating.
How is it? As a man of the people.
It tastes like freedom. It's Saturday night. Look. There's no beggars. There's no homeless. There's no fentanyl. We don't do Chick-fil-A. We don't
McDonald's.
No, we don't.
Burger King.
No, we don't.
KFC.
No, we don't. We do proper.
Oh, come on, brother. I was in Poland. Actually, chat, guys, Poland has one of the best KFCs. It goes hard. It is a hard. Okay, chat, I've had KFCs in a lot of EU countries. Poland KFC goes fucking dank for no reason. For no reason.
We do proper Polish, very healthy.
What are your thoughts on Poland?
We arrived yesterday, so...
Where are you from?
Rome. Italy, yeah.
Do you feel safer as a woman?
Yes, yeah.
Do you feel safe in Rome as a woman? Or Italy, sorry?
No, not at all.
Why?
It's dangerous.
Where are you from? When you compare Rome,
He's going for
which I visited, what do you feel like?
Because it's not safe.
Well, I mean, it's extremely touristic and fucking like tourist traps and weirdos and shit.
Who are you afraid of at night?
Men.
Which men? Men in general or specific types of men who come from different places?
Like men.
Italian men?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
What do you think?
But you cannot compare one to fucking Rome, like one of the biggest fucking tourist bait of all time. Like, what the fuck?
Here's the thought.
Can we please order in the meanwhile?
Yes, they do.
Should you buy them one?
Thank you.
Should you buy them one? No? Okay, they don't need it. They can buy their own. Why do you think they feel unsafe in Rome? Let's be honest.
Because of Africans, they are afraid to say so.
So his argument is that African migration to Italy has had an impact increasing the rape in Italy, for example, or in Germany, or in France, or in UK. Would that be accurate? Would you stand on business to that fact?
No. But when we meet like a guy in the street, we don't know if he's Italian, English, Spanish. It's like a potentially dangerous.
Okay.
Can I ask you for your... What do you think about Prime Minister Meloni?
Go.
Meloni?
She's going to deport people now. What are your thoughts on that?
What do you think about her?
Good or bad? No trick answer. Honestly.
Good or bad?
Totally bad. A bad person.
Why is she bad?
She's not tolerant. She's racist.
Oh, she's
homophobic.
racist. She's not tolerant. Oh, so you don't know who's raping?
What do you mean? I don't understand the question. Like you're trying to
You
say
don't.
something?
She doesn't understand the question.
What are you trying to say? This.
Okay, so one more question. Who's gonna win in US? What do you
What
think?
the
It's gonna be
fuck
Kamala
is going on, man?
Hopefully Kamala.
There you go. Thank you very much. Ladies, have a beautiful night in Poland. We support leftists in US. Why they want Kamala to win when they are not happy about safety in Italy because of illegal migration? What the f is going on in their brains?
They said a few words that I think are important. Inclusivity, right? Acceptance, right? I think that's it.
The real acceptance is in Poland.
I'm from Iraq, I'm Kurdish, and it's been 2 years I live in Gdańsk. I study masters.
So what do you do in Poland?
Yeah, I study masters in international business.
So you are from Iraq, moving to Poland to study?
Yep.
Are you legally in Poland?
I'm legally in Poland.
Okay.
You're very welcome.
Thank
you are
you very
legally,
much.
you're very welcome.
Appreciate it. I watch all of your videos and I totally support you. I love that you respect your country. I'm also like, are you Christian? I'm an
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, man, this guy had his fucking life in his hands right there.
True love.
He said the wrong answer, he's about to fucking get clapped on the spot.
Here, you are very welcome.
I really like that you put Poland and Polish people first before anything else. That, like you said, we have normality here.
Okay, normality.
We don't have chaos here.
Okay.
You can express your whatever you are. Just don't push your agenda on someone.
Okay.
Else. I'm with my girlfriend, and I.
Where is she? Come over. Come over. Is she Polish?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dzień dobry.
Hello.
Mam na imię Dominik. Cześć. You're super. You just get married. You're very welcome.
There we go.
You see the difference between illegal and legal presence in here.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, have a beautiful night.
Appreciate it.
Thanks. Happy.
Yeah.
She was cherished. She was taken care of. Yeah. If you want this Hollywood movies, this beautiful stories of love to be real, you will not respect our women. We're gonna take care of you.
Simple.
You can.
And with gratitude and respect.
Pay your taxes, get Polish wife, become a Polish. Be like Poland.
After a night out on the safe streets of Warsaw, Dominique took me to Poland's border they share with Belarus to show me a project they've spent $2.5 billion on to help keep Poland Polish.
So we're here. This place looks brand new. They're not messing around. They're strapped. They got camouflage. They got big guns. They're not here smiling. They're here straight-faced. Who are you? Why are you here? So luckily we have the clearance. We should be good to go through. Let's see how big and bad this wall is. They're not messing around. Okay, that seemed intense. They did not play around.
No jokes.
Do they know who you were?
Yes, they know, but the procedure is procedure, and I respect that.
Yeah.
This is the border of European Union with Belarus. We are the ones with this border, so we are protecting the whole Europe.
How new is this?
Well, the wall was built very, very fast. I must say, when the first attempts, look, soldiers.
How long is the wall though? The whole way through?
One on myself. This is a training camp. This is home. What is this?
Can they realistically build a wall
when they have a
all the
service
way through
night,
and
they have a
guard
place
the whole
to
way?
change and prepare and this and that. It's a lot of them. Our border was not ready for that, but what we did, we reacted
There's no
straight
shot
away.
then.
We built the wall. You're gonna see the wall in a minute.
After the murder of the guard?
No, that was beforehand. When the whole madness started in Europe, our government decided, okay, that's enough. We're not taking all this crap. We're gonna build the wall.
So
But
how exactly are they sending the refugees or the illegal immigrants?
what they do, they invite them to Russia.
Okay.
They are getting tourist visa. They pay for it. Then they are transported from Moscow or other places in Russia to Belarus and then to the border, Polish border.
And I've seen some
Really?
TikTok videos of people trying to break through the wall.
Well, yes, they try every single night.
Sure.
It's not like you don't have to protect it. You do have to protect
Sure,
it.
okay.
Let's park here and walk.
Amazing.
Okay?
It looks peaceful out here. What time do people start trying to break into the wall?
Every night about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Okay. This is when they trying to cross the border. They know that this is the best time. Oh, you can see soldiers now. Okay. You can see some guys.
So he's aware of our presence. He's on guard.
You see, you just said that it's very peaceful.
Sure.
It is peaceful. It took us 30 seconds to have a soldier reacting for someone's presence. Nie przekraczamy, mamy...
Mógł mi pan przypomnieć, jak się pan nazywa?
Dominik Tarczyński.
Okay.
Does he know you?
Yes, but you have to say your name. There's no jokes. That's why I think they're professional. They know their job.
A to trzeba mieć zakrytą, tak?
No najlepiej by było, bo to też dla własnego spokoju, nie? Że oni później nagrywają i widzą, kto tutaj wchodzi, kto nie wchodzi, nie?
Tak?
No tak, nie wiadomo, kto się wczai w krzakach, nie? Także to jest dla własnego bezpieczeństwa.
So he says if we don't have masks, for us it's not good to be there because they are recording Russians and Belarusians. They want to know who's into the subject, who's interested in the border protection. So for our safety, we don't have masks. We shouldn't enter because it's not safe. It's a war. It's not a joke.
So we'd be in the database.
Yeah.
And is this largely contested?
So what kind of gun are they using?
Go through this.
Right. That's
shorter, much shorter compared to this.
And it was thousands of them.
Thousands
of them in one day. They're trying to force Polish border and they lost.
Okay.
We stopped them. It was, I don't know, maybe 10,000 of them. A lot. So a lot of things going on at the moment.
Look at that. There's clothes right there. Right. People are trying to get over this.
Straight away. So I'm proud to be here to see this soldiers and to see their service and to see the wall. Because when I see the wall, I do understand that this is for my future children, for my future wife, for my future family. I would say to every single leftist, if you don't believe that this is war, come and see. Come and see.
Let's say I'm from Syria. I want to go through this wall. I break through the wall. What happens to me next?
You're killed. Dead.
Shot.
You will die like a dog. You can hear now.
Who was that? Belarus?
Yeah. You can hear them. Yeah.
Who was that? It's a speaker or people?
Yeah. No, the people. They're in the groups. They communicate as well. They're very well organized. I think they are. Some of them are trained, paid.
Are they communicating?
They are not just simple people.
Like mercenary groups?
Oh yes. You can tell that Russia pays well to destabilize, like Poland and other countries. They want us to spend money on this rather than around healthcare or anything else. One of their colleagues was killed
just from this kind of distance.
Yeah.
He with the spear.
With a spear.
Yes, so it's not safe for us to be here because it's just a moment and you might be dead. But 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, the war starts every night. Every night.
And then we hopped in the car to visit another part of Poland's border deep in the forest. That used to be a completely weak border just a few years ago.
A little bit creepy out here.
Oh yeah. You wanted to come and see.
Yeah.
And this is reality.
Sure. Keeping our eyes peeled to see if we see anyone in the forest. It's not impossible to get through the wall, but it's highly unlikely given the amount of security here. I thought this would be a little bit more lax, like some parts of the southern border in the U.S.
This
is not relaxed.
This is war.
Actual
this is
war.
Completely actual war.
We made it. We'll hop out so you can see, but this wall is in the middle of the forest. The road is not even paved, just to emphasize how rural this location is.
We had to do it in the middle of the forest.
Yeah.
There was no infrastructure.
Sure.
Because that is a green border.
Yeah.
So
okay, so we see soldiers already.
We can see the border actually as it is. Look how long it is.
Yeah. And not only that, we have barbed wall and then another wall, double wall.
And then you have good soldiers, right? So that's very important.
Yeah. Fully masked up with their faces too.
They are recorded by Russian, so they don't want to.
And there's cameras in the forest.
Any,
oh yeah.
Recording.
Any evildoers looming in the dark or what?
That's right. So day in, day out, they're watching these walls.
They're probably gonna ask, who are we?
Sure. Fair question. All those cameras right there. Massive surveillance. Hi.
Evildoers?
Everyone who died because of the terrorists in Europe is because your lack of decisions, lack of bravery, political correctness. You are responsible. Leftists are responsible for chaos in Europe, and they think they fight us, Republicans, conservatives. You're not fighting us. You're fighting with your own nations. We are protecting our own nations, and this is the proof. Can you hear that?
Whoa.
They're throwing stuff.
We heard it. I heard a rock.
Yeah.
Should we say hi?
I don't know. They're throwing rocks.
Why?
Because they behave like animals, unfortunately. They don't behave like civilized people. You can see on the video.
This long?
They can easily, like long spear, it's like on the video when our soldier was killed, it's easy for them to throw it and kill you.
Let's get out of here. So if you can't hear it on the mic, they're throwing rocks right now. People do want to get in. The question is, when will they try and how will they be punished? Let's get out of here, yeah?
After seeing the symbol of Poland's defiance against the EU's push towards diversity, open borders, and economic opportunity for those less fortunate from countries that are culturally dissimilar, I met up with Dominique in Brussels to see where Europe's elite politicians meet and decide the fate of an entire continent.
Okay, let's go. I'll show you how we do
it. Amazing. What's the current split between liberals and conservatives in parliament right now?
It's about 100 conservatives on 720 MEPs. So it's not much, but I think it's better to be a strong, small group rather than a massive. You know the story of 300.
Sure.
It's us.
What are your thoughts on the rest of parliament here, the EU in general?
I don't like it.
What are your thoughts on Brussels?
I don't like it at all. Okay. I tell you why. Again, I'm trying to be very objective, but I cannot be blind on statistics. Rapes, killings, stealings, stabbings. We don't have it in Poland.
Sure.
And when you see official data from here, from Eurostat, you see how Poland great is. It's so sad. But then when we are trying to tell them what is the reason of all this, they don't want to listen. They think that they're better, smarter. And now,
how large of a check would I have to write to buy you out?
You don't have this kind of money.
Okay.
You see, the difference between me and the rest is that I don't need sponsors. I don't need it. That's why they don't own me. That's why I can say what I think and what I believe. This is what they're afraid of. The voice of the people.
Oh, this is it?
This is it.
Can we pop in?
Yes, it's closed, right? Okay, so this is the place where we take votes, and this is the place where we have speeches. We have two buildings. This is the machines for voting.
Okay. What will it take to make Europe great again, in your opinion?
To go back to the roots, Roman law, Greek philosophy, Christianity, not only as a faith, but also as a culture, as the way of living, mentality, art, music, everything. That's why I think Roman law, Greek philosophers, and what we had, not only last century, but throughout century is great. I want to raise my future children as a Christians. So when you see attacks on Europe, you see attacks on Christianity, mainly on Catholics.
In 20 years, how do you think Europe will look like at this rate?
It's going to be very, very bad. It's not going to change for better. I think it will be more killings, more stabbings, more terrorist attacks, more wokeness, unless most of the nations will change their governments. So please God, they will wake up. But the change will start if Donald Trump wins in US. Because whatever happens in US, it happens in Europe 6 or 10 months later.
Do you think we'll see walls like what we saw in Poland and other European countries soon?
It's a matter of time.
Yeah?
100%. The final word to the viewers and to you would be always remember who you are, be proud of who you are, do not be afraid, be brave, fight, and make your life great.
I know this is a tough one.
Interesting.
Dominic, are you single?
Yes, I am. Why?
I don't know. I'm sure some viewers might be curious.
What kind of question is that?
Come on, you gotta think about family, no?
Yeah, I am single, so thank you. Pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much.
Be like Poland.
Be like Poland, be brave. Cheers.
Bye, Dominic.
Bye.
Interesting.
I want to go through.
All right, that was something.